Hey, so how am I doing all of this? What am I doing? I wanted to just take you through the bus and kind of show you what I got going on. All right, so let me do that. So this is like driving right now, right? Like, and one thing that I've learned about driving in a bus is that if you're by yourself, you want kind of everything in arm's reach, right? Like, you don't want to have to go too far for anything. So like right off the bat, the first thing I can think about is the coffee, right? If I get a hangnail, like, or something like that, one of the first things I reach for right back here. When I'm driving, I could reach for right here, and I have my fingernail clipper, right? Or I have these handy, these things are sweet. They're one of my favorite things. They're reusable Q-tips, but like if I get a little itch, bam, right there, right? I have my earbuds if I just want to like have the music super deep in my mind. The other thing that is really key to grab is like I have my 2 chargers here, right? But like in here, I have like the emergency, like I have to grab, like I have all 3 types of cables, right? I have the lightning cable, the new, whatever this is, the C, I think it's called, and then the old school, like the Android cable, right? Like this one. And I always keep these like right here within reach so that I can like, bam, like it's right there. I throw it there, I grab the cable and switch it, because I don't want to pull over to do that necessarily, right? Up here is my big travel mug that doesn't move at all. Like, it's solid, won't slip and fall. I got grandma's clock right here that lets me know where I'm going. And then usually up here, I throw like these solar lights, so they're kind of always charging, so that when I get to where I'm at, they're ready to go. This speaker is right here right now because it was charging, but normally it sits right there. And what's cool about these speakers right here is that they pair in stereo. So that one is there and that one is there, and so you can sync them together, and I kind of have a little bootleg stereo system going on. So everything that I really need to grab is like right here, right? So I have, you know, a little bit of money for the tolls, maps. Not that people use maps anymore, but I have Tylenol, or like some extra strength, like whatever, if my back starts hurting or whatever. And then up here, close this up, put everything back. And right here, this little ingenious little pocket has a lighter. It has, normally this is in here, a little Palo Santo, so I can just keep myself like calm while I'm driving. It's got a chapstick. And then really key right here, like if there's a problem and I need to do something, I've got this flashlight like right here ready to go, right? I love this little flashlight. I actually think it's Sammy's from Doom Buggy, that it ended up in my tool bag for a long time. So sorry about that, Sam, but when I get back, I'll give it back to you. The other thing that I really like, I mean, I like everything within reach, right? Like, I keep this here, and obviously I change it out, but it's a little toothpick. I keep my Leatherman right here so I can grab it, like if I need to, like I can hop out and grab my Leatherman and a flashlight, and I can do something on the bus, like right away. Garbage, wet wipes, and that's kind of the front. I've basically put, oh, here's the other cool thing that I really like to do. Hold on. This right here is my front curtain that my mom made for me and for the bus. But this right here, when I get to where I'm at, it has little snaps on it. And one snap goes right here. Watch that. One snap goes right here. Right? One snap goes right here. And then one snap goes right here. And then basically what you do is I put these up here, bring this around, right? Close that, bring this around, close that. And now I'm like inside, like I'm a little sheltered. So that's basically how I do a little night stealth camping. Now let me show you the back. The table is just what it is. So basically I can, cut things on here. If I'm in a place that I don't have to be stealthy, I put my stove here and I'll do a little cooking. Under here is like extra sanitary stuff. So like a little cologne, some Gold Bond, extra deodorant because I'm almost out of my other one. A little like shampoo, dishwasher bottle, an extra toothbrush if I ever needed it. These are my composting bags for the toilet, which I'll show you later. And number one thing that I bought just before I left was a fire extinguisher. Okay, these are candles, long burning 16-hour candles, got from Oregon Country Fair. Extra like little batteries. And then these 3 cases are kind of my like miscellaneous hardware cases. So they have like, if I needed to do buttons or staples, or there's bits in here, Volkswagen bus parts, miscellaneous screws if I needed to do some electrical connectors. In here is just extra miscellaneous hardware and an extra key. So this is like where I keep like, oh, I need a hardware. Where's that? You know what I mean? Or quite honestly, if I find something on the bus that I'm like, where does that come from? I put it in here. This is kind of also the medicine cabinet. So like, I mean, I have a first aid kit, which is over there under the seat, but this is like, basically like a back, like, what do they call that? Icy hot, extra strength Tylenol, like really good bug spray, like the best bug spray. If I get like a bug bite, like that's really bad, that'll help. And so that's that part. In here is the closet. And what I've learned throughout years of camping in this bus is that it looks disorganized, but it really isn't. All the bags are able to be gotten at right away. So these are the clothes I'm using kind of right now. You may think it's warm here, but it's not that warm. So these are kind of all the clothes that I'm using right now. And then these 2 bags of clothes are like summer. So they're like shorts, t-shirts, light cotton. And then down here is socks. Socks can be easily reached by unzipping one of these or unzipping one of these. And then when you're done, I can just reach in and grab a pair of socks. And then over there on this side, I have a bag that I can put the dirty clothes in until I get a washing laundromat. I also do have a laundromat in here, but I haven't been able to find extra water. So that's it. This is kind of what it looks like. So now I'm welcoming you inside, and this is sitting on the couch basically. So I'm sitting on my couch, which is where I sit most of the time. And here here's like a light that normally I would put up in the front window, but I've been using it inside lately, and it's solar. This is a kind of an ambiance lights, but they require batteries, so I don't use them that much. So this right here is my sink, and this is my coffee cup that I use all the time. Got it for Christmas. Sear gave it to me. Tortillas, some fruit from my cousin's tree. But organizing for me is like, yes, I'm kind of ADHD about it, but this is what I'm gonna do when I get done doing this video. I'm gonna go do some exercise up on the hill. So that's jump rope and kettlebell, because I feel like they're the most effective and small things that you can do. This is the sink, and so it's just me. So I have the soap, a cup to wash with, a cup here. This is for later. Just 2 cups, big deal. And then everything that I immediately need. Oh, this sink works like this. Like if you pull this right here, it'll pump out water. But down in Mexico, we use garrafón. So I'll have that here, and I'll show you that in a second. This is like my my daily everything, right? Like this is what I'm gonna use every single day to wash up and get ready or whatever. This is, like I showed you, these are one of my favorite things. Reusable Q-tip. That's just some snuff tobacco. Teeth. A little bit of solid deodorant or solid perfume that smells like, I don't really use it, but it smells like pine tree, and it reminds me of, where we come from. So I kind of just keep it there for nostalgia and just to smell like the north or whatever. I have a tweezers, fingernail clipper, and then like a cuticle cutter, because I'm kind of obsessive about keeping the things trimmed. Extra pair of readers that are broken, so I just use them at night. Toothpaste, electric toothbrush, and this is a straw. Scissors, an extra head for my I have a what do they call that? Dental pick. I love that thing. Yeah, just kind of like stuff that I use to go to bed is just all right here, so that's every day, every night. It's right there. It's accessible. I can brush my teeth. Like this is everything that is here I can grab while I'm driving, right? So if I want to cut a fingernail, or if I want to brush my teeth, like I get done drinking a coffee, when I'm done drinking a coffee over there, I will grab the toothbrush and brush my teeth, and toothpaste. So and then over here, right by the sink, I can grab, this is like my bigger DOP kit that has all the stuff in it, like the hair product, and like the big comb to get through my my mane. And then also, like, let's see, one of my favorite things is just like a really good, after a while. So one of the things that I've learned living the way that I do and kind of being off grid in a van life is that the less power that you use, the better, right? So I have a straight razor and blades, and then before I do that, so I don't have to go through all the blades, I have, rather than having an electric trimmer, I have this hand trimmer that I really like to use, because I can get the stubble down to like almost nothing, and then I can shave it really easy with that. And so this keeps me not looking like I just like to keep it clean and keep it neat, but also like I don't want to plug. I don't have enough battery. I do have enough battery, but I just don't want to use it. So this is the mirror and my different conditioner, soap, whatever, real Q-tips if I, whatever. Ooh, that's supposed to go up there. And then here's the extra blades for the razor. My Zipa mouth guard for at night. Yeah, so that's kind of all of that, and that just goes over there. I probably get to do that, I don't know. I shave probably once a week. I get the stubble up, and then that's it. So organizing this thing right here is kind of the newest fly swatter. If I ever have a tombstone, it'll say he hated flies, and that'll be it. Like, I hate freaking flies, especially being on the boat, in the bus. I hate flies. You want to think you're too small to like make a change in anything? Try going to sleep in a tent with a single fly. That just tells you how important we are as like, we may think we're too small to create change, but if you ever think you're too small, go to sleep in a tent with a single fly. This right here, a lot of what's in here used to be in there. And what I've realized this trip is that certain things that have always been in here, I'm talking they've been in here for 10 years. When I'm by myself, I don't need them. So I moved a lot of the stuff that was in here over to here, and a lot of the stuff that was over here underneath this thing into here. And let me show you how this works. So like right now, single coffee stove eating setup, right? So I have a small, a really small like kettle here that can do, I can heat up a water for some coffee. I can make a soup. I can make a fideo. A lot of the things down here are packaged, I'm not gonna lie. I have a Giga stove in here, which is Snow Peak, which is actually a really small, tiny little stove. So if I needed to, like on the fly, I could do this. I don't like to do it because I don't have a lot of those fuel canisters and I don't want to go get any. But this is that. So this is in the morning. Like, this is kind of my ritual. And because it is my ritual, I put everything that I need in the morning right here. So what I'll do typically in the morning is I'll pull this out. Oops, that's a spoon. But this is a cutting board. And then, I mean, it's a cutting board. But this is kind of like my main thing right now. It's an Origo, I think it's a 1500. I can't remember. I got it from Bill Hooper. Yep, 1500. It uses denatured alcohol. It's super simple. I can put it right here. I put a lighter there, and I got hot water in 5 minutes, right? Like, no big deal. It's pretty awesome. And not a big deal. I can heat stuff up right in these little canisters. I could do, honestly, I could throw a little water in there. I throw an egg in there, a little grease in there, a little egg in there, stir it up, and I'd have egg. And then in this one, I could do whatever, like some onions or some garlic or whatever. And that's breakfast. And then because everything is little, it's like a little spatula, right? A little wood spatula if I don't want to scratch something. This right here, the Sullivans turned me onto this. This is an AeroPress. This is super great. I still would have to do this, right? But with this is like a coffee maker all in one. Heat up the water. You fill this up with water, put coffee in it, and bam, like, it's done, right? This is a little cutting board and a little knife, and it's right in there, and that's made by Snow Peak. I'm kind of a gear nerd. I'm not gonna lie. I really like gear and being able to have the comforts, but also still just being my boss, right? And then last but not least, one of the most important things that I love is, I mean, obviously I don't drink, but when I drink a lot of coffee. And so when I go to a place, I like to get one of the local coffees, and I usually like to get it not ground. And then this is my little mini, coffee grinder. So that is that. And then like obviously like salt, pepper, and a little bit of oil. And that's pretty much all I need for this. That's all that part of the bus. Down here is an ice box. It's not a refrigerator, it's just an ice box. And in there I don't have really anything. I mean, I've got a lot of coffee in there because it's just storing right now. I've been at my aunt's house, so I don't really need to have the refrigerator or any of that. So I'm pretty good.